It's one of the greatest action franchises of all time, so it's only right that the characters are fantastic as well. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Terminator characters.
I'm coming for you.
For this list, we're looking at the best characters throughout the Terminator film franchise, and excluding the television show and 2015 film. We're also counting each Terminator separately, as they're technically different machines and therefore different characters. But the child and adult versions of John Connor are all one and the same for our purposes.
We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone.
Number 10, the TX, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. The first female Terminator seen in the series, the TX proves to be a menacing villain and a literally unstoppable killing machine. She's so threatening that she's dubbed the anti-Terminator Terminator, with hybrid features of the T-800 and T-1000 models. She also has an attractive physical appearance, which she uses to her advantage, along with her sheer strength, unwillingness to die, and internally hidden artillery. She puts up a respectable fight against the T-850 throughout the third Terminator flick by showing off her advantages in all of their full, powerful glory. Played menacingly by Kristanna Loken, the Terminatrix looks tough and acts even tougher. Number 9, Marcus Wright, Terminator Salvation. Played by Sam Worthington, who is personally recommended by series creator James Cameron, Marcus is a death row inmate who becomes a cyborg.
My name is Marcus Wright.
You think you're human?
I am human.
With a mechanical endoskeleton, Marcus not only appears human, but acts it as well.
I'm better this way.
This makes him a trustworthy and respectable companion to hero John Connor, especially when fighting the original T-800. In the end, he makes the ultimate sacrifice, signifying his allegiance to the Resistance and his good character to audiences.
You cannot save John Connor.
Watch me.
Number 8, Miles Bennett Dyson, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. The catalyst behind the development of Skynet himself, Dr. Miles Dyson is a family man at heart, but also one that will bring about the destruction of the human race.
It's not every day that you find out you're responsible for 3 billion deaths. He took it pretty well.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
When Sarah Connor finds out about Dyson's work in the first Terminator sequel, she hunts him down, but is stopped by her own conscience and the arrival of the Terminator. What follows is one of the greatest action scenes in cinema history, where Miles and the group destroy his research and fight off the cops. He's a nice and relatable character. It's just too bad where his career choices led him. Number 7, Peter Silberman, The Terminator, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines.
Sarah, this is Dr. Silverman. Hi, Sarah.
When someone claims to be hunted by a time-traveling cyborg from the future, it's inevitable that a few people will call you crazy.
And this computer thinks it can win by killing the mother of its enemy. Killing him, in effect, before he's even conceived. A sort of retroactive abortion?
Enter Sarah Connor's psychologist, Dr. Silberman, who provides a realistic voice to an outrageous story. At first, Silberman is calm and collected, providing Sarah with a listener and some much-needed therapy, even if ultimately he believes her to be crazy.
I don't see any choice but to recommend to the review board that you stay here for another 6 months.
However, his rational demeanor is destroyed when he finally witnesses the Terminators in action. Earl Bowen's cameo in the third movie makes him the only actor, aside from Schwarzenegger, to appear in all 3 movies of the original trilogy.
You find yourself imagining things. Impossible things. Crazy things.
Number 6, the T-800, The Terminator. The original and the scariest, the Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 Series 800 was the unstoppable killing machine that chased after Sarah Connor to prevent the birth of her future child, John.
Get out.
Remorseless and unrelenting, the T-800 was a massive, hulking figure that petrified audiences and provided the perfect vehicle for Arnold Schwarzenegger to show off his talent and strength.
You can't do that. Wrong.
As memorable as he is, the T-800 remains one of cinema's most enticing villains. Number 5, Kyle Reese, the Terminator and Terminator Salvation.
Not a man. Machine. Terminator.
Kyle Reese, father to John Connor, is one of the most morally sound characters in the entire franchise, as he often only tries to do the right thing to protect Sarah Connor.
Run, Sarah.
No.
Run!
In the first film, Kyle puts up a great fight against the Terminator, holding his own against an immortal cyborg, despite being mortal himself. Although he is eventually bested, the action is intense and memorable.
It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop. Ever.
We can tell why John decided to send Kyle back, as he provides security, both physical and emotional, to a vulnerable Sarah, thereby proving his good character.
A few years from now, all this whole place, everything, it's gone.
Number 4, the T-1000, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Just when you thought the T-800 was hard to kill, enter the T-1000, a cyborg made from liquid metal that can survive pretty much anything, and even morph through bars and create knives with his arms. He's a terrifying villain, made all the more perfect by Robert Patrick's deadpan performance. In typical sequel fashion, his abilities outmatch everything the T-800 has, making him a formidable foe and one of cinema's most creative. On top of all that, the CGI that went into making him still holds up today, proving the character's lasting legacy in film history.
Get out.
Number 3, John Connor, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, and Terminator Salvation.
This is John Connor.
Ever the headstrong, never give up type, John Connor takes after his mother Sarah and proves to be a memorable hero for the franchise.
You're not here to kill me. I figured that part out for myself. So what's the deal?
My mission is to protect you.
Played by several different actors throughout the film series, chief among them is the career-making performance by Edward Furlong.
She knew. And nobody believed her.
And though John has gone through some physical changes, he remains as strong as ever in his determination.
This is John Connor at Crystal Peak.
We watch as he grows from a juvenile teenager to a respectable leader, and the transitional journey is as emotional as it is exciting.
We stay the course. We are dead. We are all dead.
Number 2, Sarah Connor, The Terminator and Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
I was looking forward to seeing my son.
Like her son John, we get to watch Sarah's progression from innocence to full-on badass. Starting out as a waitress with an amazing 80s mullet, Sarah grows into a warrior out of necessity and through her battles with the Terminator.
You're already dead, everybody. You're dead already. This whole place, everything you see is gone.
While she remains flawed and seemingly crazy by some, we know the truth and are on her side the whole time.
Broke my arm.
There are 215 bones in the human body. That's one.
While actress Linda Hamilton was asked to return for the third movie, she said that she felt that Sarah had completed her journey, and her ending is one of poetic beauty, while the actress's voiceover is used in Terminator Salvation.
But if you don't send Kyle, you can never be, and Skynet will win the war.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
By signing this consent form, you'd be donating your body to a noble cause. You'd have a second chance.
You'll be perfectly safe. I got 30 cops in this building.
Thank you.
I'm an obsolete design. DX is faster, more powerful, and more intelligent. It's a far more effective killing machine.
Oh, great.
Move or I'll do it. I swear I will. I'll shoot you.
Go ahead, see what happens.
Number 1, the T-800, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. A reprogrammed T-800, this model protects John and Sarah rather than hunting them down, and he's all the more memorable for it.
Come with me if you want to live.
The Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 Series 800 version 2.4 Infiltration Combat Unit arguably goes through the biggest changes in the franchise. Learning about human emotions and forging a father-son bond with John, while also delivering memorable one-liners.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
The character also drew critical acclaim, making the T-800 both one of the greatest villains, and thanks to this incarnation, one of the greatest heroes of all time.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Also, who didn't cry just a little bit at the end of T2? This character made us emotional in a high-budget action movie, and that is no small feat.
I know now why you cry. But it's something I can never do.
Do you agree with our list? What character from the Terminator franchise is your favorite?
Aren't we changing things? I mean, right now, changing the way it goes.
For more exciting top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Command wants us to fight like machines. They want us to make cold, calculated decisions. But we are not machines.